What is up, guys? John here, and we're on week number 4 finally. Today's actually Christmas Eve. It is December 24th. Today's the 24th, and Christmas Eve. So tomorrow would actually technically be exactly 1 month from the procedure. I figure this is close enough to do a 1 month progress update. And as you can see, obviously my hair is growing in as far as the areas that were shaved, and you can kind of tell how the transplanted areas and the let's call it organic areas are kind of blending in at this point. Hopefully the lighting is good enough. I know it's kind of focusing on my face tone at the moment. Let me see if I can adjust the lighting. Okay, I think that's better. And yeah, as you can see, the transplanted area is the hair is, I don't know if it's growing or not. I think it's growing, but yeah, excuse me, sorry. It's kind of weird trying to look at my own hair through the screen when really I should just be kind of talking and showing you. But but yeah, I mean, as far as day-to-day life, like, I'm just doing normal shit again. I have been for a very long time. Yeah, I've been starting doing normal stuff about a week or so after the procedure. But I know a lot of people, they kind of want to conceal the area, or they don't really want to make a big deal out of it, right? So I think at this point, definitely, if you're kind of veering on that side, you could definitely go out and start doing normal stuff again. And to be honest, you probably could have started around week 2. But yeah, I'm going out, just doing normal stuff, and you really can't tell anything's really happened there. I mean, obviously you can tell the difference between the transplanted area and the organic area, just simply because the hair lengths are different lengths at the moment. And the texture is different too, because the transplanted hair, it's from back here, it's stronger and thicker hair compared to kind of the organic hair I have that's remaining. It's the hair here is thinner. So I mean, there's a clear textural difference if you really wanted to come in and feel it and trying to figure it out. But from a general visual sense, it just looks like like I have short hair and that it kind of looks like I'm starting to recede my hairline, right? Because like the temple areas, it's a bit of a different texture because it's a different length at the moment. So yeah, at this point, a lot of people start experiencing shock loss. What that is after the hair has been transplanted, the transplanted hair will shed off, okay? That's a common thing. I haven't noticed much of shock loss for myself personally. I don't know if it's because of the PRP, ATP stuff that I've been treated with, but yeah, I mean, most of the transplants have been retained on my head. That doesn't mean it will continue to stay. To be honest, I kind of expect it to shed off. That's just kind of the process, right? The grafts are implanted, but the actual hair will fall off because they happen in cycles. They have life cycles. And when you transplant a hair, it's kind of, you start at the end of a life cycle where that hair will fall off and then it'll grow a new one, right? So I kind of expect that to happen. But at the moment, obviously not a lot has lost, if any, to be honest. I honestly cannot tell. I didn't take that many pictures in the beginning, so it's kind of hard to do a compare and contrast. But just visually looking at it, it doesn't seem apparent that I've had any kind of shock loss, shedding, or anything. But like I said, that doesn't mean it won't happen. Also, when I'm showering, you're supposed to be kind of rubbing it just to get all the scabs and dry skin out. I've been very, very cautious when it comes to touching the area. As far as showering, I just let the water rinse down. I'll use baby shampoo and let it rinse down, but I don't scrub it with my hand whatsoever. Maybe very, very lightly, but for the most part, I'm not scrubbing it. So there's still leftover scabs, which is kind of gross. gross sounding, to be honest. So there's still scabs that are just kind of floating there, right? Like they could easily come out if I rub my head, but I've just been very, very cautious of that. So I still got loose scabs and like dry skin. I guess dry skin is technically dandruff, right? But I don't know if you can. Let me get a little bit closer so you can see. Yeah. So, I mean, most of it's gone, but there's a little bit of dry skin around this corner. Let me see if I can zoom in a little. Yeah, I think you can see that. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't go in and start rubbing it. That's why it's still there, and it's kind of gross sounding. But yeah, yeah. I mean, recovery's been pretty great. I look at the progress and recovery videos of other people as well, and I notice at this point a lot of people start shedding, and the transplant area is pink, very pink for most people. I noticed for me, I don't see that in my skin. Like it looks very normal. Let me zoom in again just so that you can see. Yeah, as you can tell, I mean, it doesn't look pink whatsoever. It just looks like my normal skin. So I don't know if that's because I'm recovering better or because of the procedure, the steps that Neopel took. But yeah, I mean, overall, I eat pretty healthfully, right? I would like to think that contributes to it, right? I have a pretty relatively healthy lifestyle. I do what I can to eliminate any kind of toxins, as far as fluoride in the water. So I drink purely spring water for the most part, and most of the foods I eat are organic. All the plant-based stuff I eat are organic. Any kind of animal product is usually free range, grass fed, that type of stuff, just to eliminate any kind of unnecessary toxins. Now I don't know if that plays a role in the recovery. I'm sure at some level it does, but can I say that's the reason why? Probably not. I don't know, okay? Then again, everyone's body is just simply different. We recover differently, okay? And I would say it's a large scope of variables that you can't just pinpoint to one thing, right? But yeah, with that said, for everyone else that's considering any kind of hairline revision or transplant or any of that type of stuff, this is basically what I look like after a month. Technically I'm 1 day short of a month, but it's close enough at this point, right? And yeah, I'm pretty, overall satisfied. I think I did mention in an earlier video, I wish I had more grafts implanted. But just based on the hair density I had at the moment, they were against, transplanting more grafts into areas that already had hair. Just simply because they prefer not to damage any existing hair follicles, right? So, I mean, that's fair. I would kind of assume other clinics would have said the same thing. Now, as far as donor site, I can't see the back of my head, so I don't know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a 360 again, and that'll be like the first time I would have seen the back of my head, within a few weeks. So here goes. Okay. Let me adjust the lighting just to get a different perspective, different view. And here we are again. All right. Hopefully this video is helpful for a lot of people. It's certainly helpful for me because I get an opportunity to kind of hear myself talking about my experience, right? And and seeing the back of my head through video. But yeah, I mean, if anyone has any questions about the experience I went through when it comes to getting my hairline fixed at Neopel Clinic, feel free to reach out. I can definitely recommend them. They were outstanding in their service as well as the actual procedure itself. Um, but yeah, like I said, at this point, everything is just I live my normal life. So at 1 month mark, they say you can start lifting weights again. Um, I jumped the gun a little bit. I started working out a few days ago. Technically, like I said, technically 1 month is tomorrow, and I started working out 2 days ago. Okay, so no big deal. Um, I mean, I've heard of some clinics saying you can start working out after a week or 2 weeks, right? I mean, Neopel recommended a month, so I kind of stuck with that for the most part. And it's kind of funny not working out for that period of time because I can I can notice a change in my physique just because I'm used to working out probably 2 times a week at least as far as lifting heavy weights. And yeah, I mean, after you stop working out for a month, I mean, a lot of that that size just it shrinks. It shrinks. It's pretty dramatic, to be honest. As far as actual muscle loss, I don't know. I mean, the weights I was using a few days ago when I started working out again, definitely not the same weights. But I had the impression that a lot of people say after you don't work out for a while and you get back into it, you actually regain that strength relatively quick. I don't know how true that is. They call it muscle memory. I don't know if that's technically muscle memory, or if they just kind of say that just to encourage you to not feel so bad. But I mean, even if I am starting from scratch, that's fine. That's fine. I know some people have taken longer breaks, like a quarter at a time, right? And they literally start from scratch. And yeah, that kind of sucks. But at the same time, it'll be a new challenge. Just start from zero. It'll be the challenge all over again, and you just work from there. I'm super sore, by the way. Super sore, even though I worked out a few days ago. Yeah, usually I don't get sore until like the day after. Like so say I worked out on Saturday, I wouldn't feel sore or anything at all. If I did feel something, it would be like Monday or Tuesday. Like there's delayed onset soreness or whatever. But I felt sore the day after just because my body wasn't used to working out. And so yeah, not doing the same type of weights because I don't have the same strength anymore. And also, I'm also picking lighter weights just simply because I don't want to go with heavier sets. I'm going with less sets and more repetitions just to kind of ease back into it. And regardless, you should be kind of switching up your workout routine anyways, right? Just fluctuating between the weights you're using. Anyways, I think that's about it for now. Yeah, I think at this point, I'm probably going to do monthly updates, right? I think a month is long enough to see any kind of drastic difference in terms of shock loss from the transplant site, and at the same time my hair is also going to be growing in like the normal hair, right? Just to so you get an idea of what it looks like to see your organic hair growing in respect to the transplant site. So yeah, I think I'll do monthly progress updates. I might do shorter things in between, just small video clips here and there. Just if I think of something, I'll make a video as needed. But yeah, just to give you an idea what to expect, I'm probably gonna do monthly updates. But yeah, for now, hopefully this video offers a value and is informative for a lot of people looking to do any kind of hairline revision or like a full transplant, right? So anyways, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out, and I will see you soon. Peace.